Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nadeau and Samantha Perry with you on a beautiful Friday afternoon here in Hollandale Beach. Big weekend here at Gulfstream Park. It's got a championship meet kind of feel. The Grade 3 Princess Rooney, a win, and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Filly Mare Sprint. That's tomorrow on a stakes-laden card, a lot to look forward to. Just got a tweet about the turf. We're off the turf today. Obviously, people don't live in South Florida, so they don't get it. But the rains have been biblical proportions
every single day. Or maybe the last 3.5 weeks, almost 4 weeks now. Yeah.
So there's nothing we can do. We'd love to run on the turf. We are off of it today. Remains to be seen about tomorrow. We do have a great day behind us and a fast main track, but nobody's running on the turf when it rains like it has down here.
Not at all.
It's a bummer. It is what it is. But we have a huge weekend. Like I said, tomorrow, can't wait for that Rooney. We'll talk about it in the lightning round strong card today. And the Rainbow Six starts anew today because, once again, everybody fired on Sunday. And we can't thank you enough for betting well over $1 million of new money into the pool. So it gets going again today in race number 4.
Like you said, it'll all be in the ginormous lightning round.
There you go. It is a ginormous lightning round. That's the word of the day.
Yeah.
Early pick 5 in race number 1, kicking off at, we are 12:55 today. Possibly. Take note of that as well, and that's the early pick 5 to get going here again. Off the turf on a fast main track here Friday at Gulfstream. $32. A big kind of sort of late scratch. It wasn't amongst the first batch. So in race number 2, the 8 on top were off the turf there, Stella Bionda. Race 3 is what I was talking about. The one adversary is single for me and 9 to 5 on the morning line. Came out of that race later than the initial round of scratches. So that race, to me at least, gets blown way up. I spread now 4 deep. The 5 Hot Take Jake is who I scratch into in that spot. In race 4, you can see a single there for me, and that is Classic Ballad at a short price for D'Angelo. And in race number 5, 32 is the order calling the shots. 2 newcomers, at least to the main track, and I don't think it's a surprise. That's what at least I'm doing. The 3 calling the shots, the 2 Awesome Campaign. $32. I got a kind of a feeling you came with me on that, one way or the other in that order.
Yeah.
Maiden special weight to kick off the card at 1 mile for the 3-year-olds and up. We have a scratch here of the 4, and that is Just Han. Take note, the 2 Wittingly, a first-time gelding. We're kind of all over the place a little bit here. Maximus Cat, you found a stat too with this one, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't think this horse is losing on the dirt today, to be quite honest, because he just really lays over the field in his dirt races. Now, you look at this, Tapeta to dirt for Gerald Bennett, 18%. 58% in the money. That's incredible. I know the chances have added up for him. I think that this 1 mile distance will just hit him perfectly, and he has speed. And to be honest, I don't know if the rest of this field wants to run.
Yeah, well, that's my pick is, we're going to find out because he did have this is the first runner for Todd Pletcher since, we'll call it maybe May.
Right.
Maybe early June. Great to see the Hall of Famer back. Mike Rapoli, Silks here as well. Edgard Zayas aboard. Edgard went up to Saratoga, had good success with Todd. He's been riding a lot of his horses down here. This horse, Samantha said something very important. I don't know if anybody wants to run in here. I don't know if this horse wants to run in here. I'll tell you what, he's favored on the morning line. If he's not at least taking a lot of money, I would run away. He did really get a bum rap at the start last time.
Yeah, he did. And what's interesting about that is he still, after the stumble, got after it. Like he tried a bit. It wasn't like he stumbled and just threw the towel. He threw the towel a little bit later. Now, of course, this was Haskell Day, so that's why John Velasquez was aboard that day on July 19th. And the horses that Pletcher starts at Monmouth are not the A-team.
No doubt.
We know that. But his assistant, Anthony, does a really good job up there with getting him ready and fit. I always say that the Monmouth track is a good one to train on, and it keeps him fit, but this is still a big task.
Yeah, it remains to be seen if he can run. They bet him, they bet her that day, They bet her that day. by Curlin, so the distance is going to help. It was a pretty live race. The runner-up comes back to win. The winner was third next out. So we'll see. I feel the distance, and I'm just hoping she has an alert and good beginning today. Let's show you Big Dividend, the 6. This is Mike Lerman kind of sort of at his best. This is a half to Big Data, who I think we're going to see tomorrow.
Yeah, I believe.
And this is just a horse now. When I say vintage Mike Lerman, this is just a horse running himself into fitness, right?
Yes.
You always comment on this.
Yeah.
And you're going to get the best shot from Big Dividend today. I don't know if it's going to be good enough, but he's going to run late now. He's going to finish second in this race. Yeah. He's going to like this mile, too.
Oh, absolutely. His problem, well, I want to give him a little bit of a break because of these weather conditions here, but he was as green as grass.
Still, yes.
Yep, still, exactly. But he still ran really big.
Yep.
It's hard for first, second, third-time starters on conditions like this. You saw on the backside, it was like pouring so much you couldn't even see, but he's left, right, center. The light from the finish line there that they had to turn on, I think that kind of spooked him a bit. I would like to think that in 51-ish minutes we will have a fast track.
Yeah, for sure, and we'll see what he offers today. But he's got that typical moving forward for Mike, and that might be a good thing today. Early pick 4 in race number 2. Now we are off the turf in this spot, so we'll go to $1.70, a mile 70 on the Tapeta. It's a $25,000 maiden claimer. 2-year-old filly scratched a long shot to 4. Rippin' Beth. Let's take a look at Samantha's early pick 4, TT pick 3. Come back at you tomorrow.
Yes, I have a $27 play and no singles here. Race 3, I have the 8 on top. I was completely against adversaries, so nothing affected me with that scratch today. Race 4, the 5 on top, worth considering. And in race number 5, I have the 3 on top. Sorry.
I knew it.
There you go. Yeah, calling the shot. So $27 there.
All right, let's get back into race 2. Nothing affected what we had going, or at least what I had going on today in terms of the 2 off the turf races. We'll start with you. Caro Comedy. Ronnie Spatz got the route out of the way last time. This horse is a big move up because Ronnie's first turf stats are terrible. They're 0 for 22.
Yeah.
This horse is a big Tapeta race staring right at you in the face.
Yeah, and she's one that she's already tried this song and dance before this level. Well, actually, she drops down, but really 35 to 25 right now is just like the same. The Tapeta, we already know that she can handle it. So I think even if we don't get a forward move, I think she'll be in the mix.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, she's going to probably drop from that. I don't think the 2 favorites in terms of the line will change. The 8 Stella Bionda, the maiden special weight dropper for D'Angelo also stretching out. And the fact that a daughter of Authentic's not going to run on the turf, that's probably not a bad thing either.
Right, exactly. And it just, everything about her says that she's going to run all day long. So you would think that that's going to help. And big drop in class.
Yep, a lot of them come out of the turf race won by Rogue Runner, including the 10 Sluty Princess. How about the 5, though? Hurricane Opus, DeBona First, a little pedigree with this horse, albeit on turf.
Yeah, the dam won 4 races going long on the grass, so that's a good sign. This is a homebred, but I love when homebreds debut for a maiden claiming tag. I think that the Tapeta will definitely help this horse, even if she's not 100% tight here.
Another move up, too, because Bobby's not known as a grass guy. And first turf's not his jam either. Race number 3 now, 5.5 on the Tapeta, 17.5, 2 L's for the 3-year-olds and up, and that big scratch that came in late is the 1 Adversary. The 6 Realtor is out of this race as well. We'll start with you, who I guess you were always going. This Cinco Charlie's was about 30 to 1 on paper to me, and then I said, oh, this is Dave Fox now. Got a feeling they might bet this horse. Unfortunately for you, you're going to lose a lot of value with 2 big scratches.
Yeah, well, I had Realtor as my long shot today, so I did scratch into Cinco Harley, but I just, there's speed by this guy here, and like you said, just moving into the Dave Fox run for the first time is such a move up. A great post position. Raylu Gutierrez will get aboard. Raylu, though, it's interesting. He has, out of 13 starts, no wins yet for him this summer or fall meet so far, but I think it's bound to come around.
Dave has worked this horse a couple times on Tapeta. He actually had this horse back in 2023. Cheryl Weinblaw had this horse up at Hawthorne because we know her work pretty well down here too. I scratch into Hot Take Jake. Let's show you Hot Take Jake. He's the 5, and Rusty Pistol, he's the 7. Rusty Pistol actually going to beat Hot Take Jake. They both ran fine in this spot.
I would say that's
the limit.
Yeah, exactly. That's about the whole race here,
Yeah.
I think, Brian, is everybody's just fine in this spot. And that's okay because that's why we run races and there's a spot for everybody. Now, I do think that Hot Take Jake had a little bit more gameness to him just because you look at him here and he kind of looks like he's about to get just 6th or 7th. 5th, 6th or something, and he fights back on again once that inside horse comes up to him a little bit. So I thought that was a good effort. I don't know, though.
That was a merry-go-round race. 1, 2, 3 early, 1, 2, 3 at the line. Nobody made up any ground. Again, I scratch into him. You were looking to play against him. I don't blame you at all. Last run's going to be a good price. 1 for 33, though. Yikes.
Oh, yikes is right. Yeah. But I do like the fact that they keep him sprinting here today, that 5.5. I'm not saying that the Macor race at 5 made a difference of winning and losing because nobody was going to beat Macor that day, but he was a good second.
You know, I'll tell you what, if you want to be kind of sort of hard-headed with him, he's 1 for 33. He's 1 for 2 with the Cayetano barn, and both of those races are way better than anything he's done before that. So, maybe be a little forgiving there, especially with a big scratch. Right. Race number 4. 1 turn mile on a fast.
Are we going to take a break?
We got to take a break.
We don't have to.
No, we do have to take a break. 3 down, 6 to go. So when we come back, Ronnie Rainbow's got the ticket, and it starts anew today. Stay tuned.
And they're off.
New DRF All Access Past Performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access Past Performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian Nadeau, Samantha Perry with you. Beautiful Friday afternoon here in Hollandale Beach. We kick off Princess Rooney weekend. Of course, that big winning you're in for the Breeders' Cup tomorrow, the Grade 3. But today, race number 4 kicks off the Rainbow 6, well over $1 million on Sunday. We'll look back at that in the lightning round. But let's see what Ronnie's got working in a pool that starts anew today.
Ronnie always likes to fire away on this first day. This first and second day, when it's in its infancy, as you like to say, they have some people that usually are alive. Single slate. Race 6, he's just using 2. Both sides and Motown Mika. That race kind of got hit with a couple of scratches. Race 7, off the grass event, Brian. Oasis Prince, Conquering King, and Reminder, all huge players. Race 7, we welcome back Jockey Joe Bravo in the saddle, last seen on June 13th. Race 8, the 5, Sticky McStickins is his single. Oh, you like that horse, huh?
I've liked him many times. He's disappointed me many times.
I'm spreading in that race. It's smart to, if you have an opinion like he does, that's really sharp that he just singles there. And in the finale, 5, 6, 7, Charlie's Beauty, fully entitled, and La Gata Salvaje. I wonder if that's his long shot. 15-1 on the line. I don't know, 32.40 the plate.
Welcome back, Anthony Thomas,
in
that race as well. That is my long shot, too. We found the same horse that is implausible.
That's interesting and scary. Wow. I'm glad I'm not on that
I always
train.
send my stuff so early that Ronnie, sometimes I think Ron just takes those picks.
He probably does.
Sometimes. Race 4.
We're kidding.
We're kidding about Ron. Race 4, mile on a fast main track. Again, 1 turn, $8,000, 2 L's here for the fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. It's a clean field of 6. 2 big favorites, at least in terms of the morning line. You'll go with one of them. We'll show it to you. Worth considering, fresh off a easy-peasy maiden claiming win.
Not like this was the greatest field in the world, but I do think that this is good enough to get it done here right back. Sometimes we see this a lot, especially with fillies. The light bulb just comes on for whatever reason. Wow, I never noticed how much bigger she was than Rain in My Heart there. But she was game. very, very game here.
Yeah, it's a good win. It's a powerful win. You know, I'm not going to tell you it's a match race, but I'd be pretty darn surprised if either the 3 or the 5 doesn't win and Rahim Jassim gets the W here. That was pretty cool to see as well. They're 2 big players, and I'll tell you what, Samantha said something very important. She won, and I'm not being facetious. She comes in off a win, and you got Classic Ballad over there sitting there at even money on the morning line with an absolute slew of L's in a row, and I'm talking like L's where
capital L's
could have, would have, should have been W's. I singled her. I get it, but there's, you can have some trepidation here.
Absolutely. Is today her day? It very well could be. At least one good thing for her is she has faced winners worth considering has not.
And listen, Yobert Torres done a really good job. He's, I think, an apprentice with a future, and he's turned into Jose D'Angelo's other go-to guy. Hey, Edgar, do you want to ride today and get us to the winner's circle? That's kind of what I'm thinking here. She's got to put up today for sure. The gap to the rest of them seemed like a big one. Lady O'Brien's a number underneath. Perfect connection as well, but the 2 favorites are pretty defined in here. Race number 5 kicks off the late pick 5, another flat 1-turn mile on a fast main track here. 12-5 maiden claimers, a big old robust field of 10. Let's see what you got going on here.
All right, so in this late pick 5, I've got 2 back-to-back singles. Race 6, this is my best bet of David's Rose as she is back on the main track. I've been waiting for this since December,
2007?
No, close enough, though. Race 7, I'm singling the 6 Reminder. I wanted to go deeper, but race 8 was the race that I really wanted to spread in, and I do have the 7 Roar ready on top. I think that this horse is just a true Tapeta horse here, and some of these others I've got some questions about, or not Tapeta horse, but has enough to set him up at least. And in race number 9, the 2 Neom City on top for me.
I'm with you in race 8. I think that is a big spread race. I think the favorites are vulnerable. I think they don't have to win.
I wonder who the favorite's going to be.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of value elsewhere. They always like to bet Sticky, and with Edgar aboard, that's why he's your favorite. But again, they don't have to win.
Not at all.
For sure. We hinted at it, and I knew you were going this way because this is your move, and I could not agree with you more. You got a bunch of slow, susceptible dirt horses in here, and you got 2 horses in the 3 and the 2.
Right.
At least trying it. They're bred for it. The first is calling the shots.
Yep, and we'll look at a stat, too, with Audible that I thought was just a good one to flash up here, because Audible with dirt routes is a big sample, 16%, and that's good. That's above average here, and the grass is less than half of that.
I was going to say, I wonder what that is.
Yeah, not good.
So there's calling the shots, lightly raised for a Heather Smullen barn that is winning races.
Yes,
good
absolutely.
to see. Turf routes now to the main track to 1 turn. Blinkers go on. That might sharpen her up a little bit. I like that too. And I just feel like they're going to auto default into Awesome Campaign for Barboza. Another trying the main track.
Yep, and that when you have a Misael and you have Victor together, that these are connections you know that they're going to bet. So I do not disagree with that at all.
The only thing that bugs me with her, Victor's so good getting horses into the barn. He hasn't moved this horse up an inch from the other 2 guys.
You're so right. She's just kind of stagnant in her form.
Yes. I mean, if Nipsey's the other favorite in here, and that's why, we're all looking elsewhere if you're saying that with Nipsey. Victoria Jag is interesting. I found her too. She was, someone had to be second on debut, beating a football field, but that was her debut. She can move forward here.
She can. She for sure can, and this is an okay post here to do that, but she better be fit here. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I expect her to move forward. I also expect that won't be enough to challenge whoever quite is going to win this today. 6.5 in race 6 on a fast main track. 12-5 claimers here. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. A couple of big scratches that Samantha kind of alluded to. The 2 Red Hot Spark is out, as is the 4 Go Amy. I believe she's running Sunday. Let's take a look at my late 4. We'll get back to it. David's Rose is interesting to me too. In race number 7, I've got the 3 Conquering King. That's the other off the turf race. in there. I agreed with Samantha on a spread in race number 8. We'll go 5 deep in that spot with the 8 Nick's Bro, the dropper on top on the outside for Hernan Parra. That barring a little weight allowance as well. And in race number 9, my long shot is Ron's long shot, and that's got to be like 100 to 1 that we both found this horse.
Wild.
Well, Ron's, we don't know that, I should say, mine at least. The 7, Legata Salvage, who is no longer 15 to 1 that we were going to get there with a huge scratch of Lady Patrick's. But she will be a price, to be sure, on a $30 late pick 4 ticket. Let's get back into this race. You've been saying and clamoring for David's Rose to get back to the main track.
Yeah.
I hope that's the wake up for her, because her form has definitely stagnated and she never wins anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. I totally agree. But the last time she was dirt sprinting, she won. She's 3 for 6 here. That's a great sign coming into this, Brian. And the class drop is significant here, because you look at all of these horses like Amori Control, who is just so good. We'll see her Sunday. And that kind of group of Tapeta horses that she's been facing is not like the dirt group she's going to face here today.
No, and here's that group. We'll show it to you with Motown Mika, who's the horse to beat in here, and rightfully so. Amador Sanchez has done such good work of late. He got her to win off the claim. This is a sloppy track. Our Firebird trying to see it out on the lead. Motown Mika in the back, and Eva Nora was in here as well. We're in an okay 4th in this spot, but Motown Mika was comfortable here.
Yeah, she was. And Motown Mika, she's a cool mare because she's been claimed plenty of times, but every barn that she's in, she brings her A game with her, so that's a good sign. And, you know, these Amity Racing and Amador Sanchez, they haven't done what?
Just while you're saying that, I don't remember seeing them paired up in quite some time. There's even Nora coming through on the inside.
That's so true, yeah. And Eva Nora, she's just one that her training is her races. She's run, I think, every other week. Yeah,
she's going to run on late. She's going to get a piece. I mean, this race goes through Motown Mika, and certainly our Firebird ran well, too. And she might get loose in here, our Firebird, for sure. You know, there's different ways you can go. Hopefully we get a fair price. They never, ever bet David's Rose. So hopefully, even with with a scratch in here, hopefully we get a decent enough of a price here, because, she is back on the main track. But, boy, she doesn't remember where the winner's circle is either. Race 7 is off the turf at 1.70 on the Tapeta. It's a $35,000 claimer. 3-year-olds are 4 and up, which have never won 2 races. The tag is, again, 35. Scratch out the outside. The 7 Into You is out. And reminder, certainly a horse that won't mind the Tapeta. Has run well over it.
Well, yeah, that's like so the nice way to say it. Because I don't think on the grass. I know that she has 7 starts across the grass course, but she also has 7 grass starts. I mean, 7 Tapeta starts with 1 win. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he wants to do, to be honest, because it doesn't seem like the Tapeta. Yes, he did win a race there, but it still was not that significant of a win. $35,000 is a level that he definitely fits in today.
I think he wants to run underneath is what he wants to do. Now, he could have found a group today that he might be able to break through. We'll see. You know, Conquering King is a complete unknown on the Tapeta, but he's going to be tighter today. They didn't bet him last time. First time Barboza off a layoff that was almost a year. All things considered, he was okay 4th on the turf.
Yeah, almost 2 years, actually. So
almost 2 years, you're right. Well, you're right.
That was pretty impressive. I'd like to see this horse on the dirt. Maybe I'm being too hard-headed with not putting him in my top 4, but he's very fast on the dirt. Now, of course, he is 6 years old now, so that might not be much. But
well, if he doesn't run top 4 here, he hates the Tapeta. I promise you that. Fair. And it's a stab, and he's going to be a short number, so I'm not blaming you. Oasis Prince is a move up, that's for sure.
Yep, this horse is a big-time Tapeta player, another one that was 0-6 on the grass, but has Tapeta wins.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's a definite move up, and you're not getting 6 to 1 on him on a surface switch. Good one in race 8, as we alluded to. Ronnie's got a single in the 5, Sticky McSchnickens. We think it's a spread race. State-bred optional claimers here, 3-year-olds and up. The only change is the ultimate one, and that is 2. Mila's Wish is a first-time gelding. So take note of that. We've got all the numbers. We've just got them jumbled a little bit. Old Roar ready on top for you.
This horse has Tapeta sprinted, but it was with. Why do I have? Okay, the 2 Tapeta tries that I look at, they were decent, 2 second place finishes. So I like that. I don't particularly like the fact that they brought him up to Saratoga, and sometimes that can take a heart out of a horse a little bit because he was beaten.
Yep.
Significantly.
Yep, especially in his last start, at big
Yeah.
odds too. Yeah, the Tapeta form is not bad at all. 1 for 20, 10 underneath finishes.
Yeah.
Victor's got him now. He's going to run him for the first time on Tapeta since he claimed him, and that was 5 starts back. It's a tough race. We'll see what we get. Nick's Bro on a drop for me. Back with a good outside post here. A little weight break with Dahlia Rivera aboard too. That race 2 back is going to put him right on the line with these.
And what a good post position,
I think
too.
so.
Yeah, this is a fantastic post,
Yeah.
especially because you've got all the speed inside. Neophyte isn't going to give anything up. Siggy McShiggins isn't going to give anything up either. And Gallant Knight. So that she could sit the perfect trim.
You know, you're coming out of 3-0, Mr. Narcissistic and Biz Buzz. Those horses are all something to 5 in this race. All right, we found the race with Sticky McSchnickens and Fast Fixer. It was May 29th, and it's significant because it's the last time Sticky was on the Tapeta. Now, Fast Fixer wins the race, but they always like to bet Sticky. You got Edgard aboard, but we're comfortable playing against them, but there's no doubt they're 2 big hitters, and the race is probably looking through them.
Yeah, they really are. Sorry, I was just looking at. Let's circle back to Roar Ready after this. Sticky McStickens is such an interesting horse to me because I don't think he needs the lead all the time, but he just kind of falls on it on his own, and he just. This Fast Fixer was really game.
Yeah, he was really game
in this race here, and well, both of them were. You got because the rest of the field is just chasing.
Yeah.
But that was just noses apart. I remember seeing that photo. It was like nothing.
Yeah, Sticky's not a fan of winning. There's a lot of times where you thought he was the one, me included.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, 1 for 13, 8 underneath finishes. Fast Fixer, a big player. Sneak Preview was good, beating way lesser last time. A tricky post. Back to Roar Ready.
Yeah. So Roar Ready. I was wondering. I was looking at my notes for some reason, and the only time that this horse Tapeta sprinted, which for some reason the distance says 0 here on the form, which I don't know why, because he's run twice Tapeta sprinting. Both times were second. First time out, ran second, and then a little bit later in an allowance to Boom Shero ran second. Yeah. So I don't know why on the form it says that this horse has never tried second. So I know I'm not going crazy here.
Don't overlook the fact, and it might be the reason why Fast Fixer won that race we just showed you. He's got 7 lifetime wins, and you're looking over at Sticky to your left in the stretch. It's got 1. You know, that matters. So that's a big deal. Race number 9. We'll wrap it up on a fast main track, at least right now. 6 furlongs here. $8,000 claimers. 3-year-old fillies are 4 and up, which have never won 3. That big scratch of the 3, Lady Patrick. She's out at 8-5 on the morning line off a length of the stretch win last time. Again, welcome back to Anthony Thomas, who was doing some pretty good things before he got hurt a long time ago. So it's good to see him back in the saddle today. He'll ride the 4 for the thrill. A couple of good guys coming back. Obviously, Joe Bravo, you mentioned as well. Neom City for Team Mubarak here on a drop.
Oh, this is a huge drop. Royal Poppy is really fast. Emirates Affair, really fast. None of those here today.
No, this horse there's still 8 horses in here. Don't be surprised if this horse is odds on in a spot like this. This is my long shot, quite possibly Ron's as well. Legata Salvaje last time, 38-1. We woke up a little bit last time. A 5th, that's not going to cut it. You got to improve again in here. The scratch bummed me out because, you're taking a lot of heat out of the race here. So, but I still think, we get 10-1. Take a shot.
Yeah, if anything, at least it kind of looks like the light bulb came on, and the Tapeta this is not a Tapeta filly at all. You look at her races, she just really does not like it. So she does have 2 dirt wins. Now, they weren't here, but still.
But that last was a real sign of life from her,
Yeah.
which she had not shown
In a while.
since she beat, Bums at Tampa for 8 in a 2L.
Right.
So that's a big, big deal. The other thing I like now, especially now with the heavy favorite out, is that, you're looking at one horse in here.
Basically, yeah.
And that's the 2. Other than that, you can't be scared of anybody. That includes Fully Entitled.
Oh,
if,
no.
if they want to bet this horse, you go right ahead, but I don't know.
I agree. Her form is so spotty. She sometimes looks like she's going to just draw off from the field, and then she just gets stuck in neutral. I'm not sure what her game is, but I think her game sprinting is going to be a little bit better than going the mile distance.
Yeah, and her game today is going to be about 9 to 5 probably with the scratch, because she's
fair.
the other horse that they're going to bet in here. But that's the fade to me. Neom City, I'm fine with. She's a play against. Big lightning round for you. So we were zipping a little bit and starting early. Let's take a look at it now. 9-race Friday card, 11 of them for you tomorrow on Rooney Day. But we'll start with the standings and see what's going on. These are kind of like the hot early hands here.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. Miguel Vasquez had a nice couple of weeks. So a nice week?
Yeah.
Has it just been 1 week?
He had a big week last week. It's been
Okay.
2 weeks now.
Thank
How about
you.
Louis
Okay.
Fullmeyer on there?
Yeah,
pretty cool
that's
to
pretty
see.
awesome.
Huh?
Some good rides, too. Jose Morelos is keeping on.
Yep.
But like you said, it's still pretty early.
Breakthrough meet for Jose and
Yeah.
the Royal Palmy. Let's take a look at the standings on the trainer side. Jose D'Angelo atop there, doubling up Safi, and cool to see Heather Smullen up there.
Yep, very awesome that she's got 3 of them there. Mike Yates, of course, with one of the Florida
There you
Sires
go.
stakes. And in just about 3 weeks, we wheeled the second leg of that back.
Yep, stretch them out a little bit more on that middle one to 7 furlongs. The pod is a podcast this week. Horse Profits is back. It's ahead of the Rooney and the Aventura because we talk about the
Yes.
Rooney and the Aventura quite a lot. He caught up with buddy Clint Cornett with C2 and Joe Bravo in the house.
Yeah, Joe
Ronnie had a great
Bravo.
piece too.
Yep, with Tracy Reed,
Yeah.
security manager of the backside. It's a action-packed 40-ish minute
Yeah.
episode. So listen where you listen on any podcast.
What a story
or
that was
watch.
with
Yeah,
Tracy.
Very
So cool.
Very, very cool. Thank you to everybody who
Yeah.
takes their time into Santiago, who knocks it
Absolutely.
out of the park with a one-man show.
Former college basketball and WNBA star, and
Yeah.
now she's
I had no idea that was the first year
Yeah.
of the WNBA, too. That was really interesting.
really cool.
Yeah.
Ronnie's going to play horse with her, of course, in the coming
One of these days.
coming days. The Rooney, a win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. You only have to look to last year at how important it was when Soul of an Angel won.
Yes.
And won. And this year, we get a pretty fascinating rematch of the local prep, the sheer drama.
Yeah. This was an interesting race. You had Vincy Girl this day.
Yeah.
Hats off to you there. They really hit her late. I didn't realize she was 7-2 that race. All in Ice was carrying 7 pounds more. To me, it makes a big difference, but it's up to you what you want to decipher from that. I'll be interested to get scratches tomorrow. I'll say
Yeah.
that for the Princess Rooney.
Yeah, there we go here. This is your morning line. I'm not a Hall and Ice fan, but with that being said, she just was, I think, flat last time. I think she's had a hard summer. I wouldn't be shocked at all if she bounces back with a big shot. Claret Beret out of the no-show in the Alabama,
Yeah.
but she won by literally 19 lengths here in her last start. So it's a pretty fascinating 3-year-old for my racehorse reputation.
Yeah, and 2 for 2 on the 7 furlong distance. I know Ron
Yeah.
likes her some, so it's
No
a very
doubt.
compelling race.
Yeah, it's a win and you're
Yeah.
in. Graded stakes race for the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. And as we said, Soul of an Angel went out to Del Mar, where it is again this year,
Yeah.
and bing, bing.
That was really impressive.
Doubled right
Yeah.
up at a huge number for Safi
Yeah.
and C2. Hey, the Aventura is a good one. These are horses and connections that hope the horses are going to springboard onto the 3-year-old
Next big thing,
series.
yeah.
Rode forever. Talk about length of the stretch. Here he is in his debut. I think it was over 15 lengths.
This was an 80 buyer,
Yeah.
I think. I
That's a
haven't looked
big
at
number
yeah,
on
I
August
haven't looked
16th.
at the thorograph sheets yet. Never switch out of his left lead. I'm completely against him tomorrow.
That's funny. I'm completely against your horse tomorrow.
That's so funny.
Strategic Reserve,
Yeah.
that's the other one who is so good winning in the slop on debut. And there you can see the dominate at least the morning line. But Wayne's Law was good. Ramos was good for Antonio. It's a fun race, huh?
Ramos might be a little bit of a sleeper, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then after party's coming back in a week.
Yeah, that's a fun race for sure. And the two favorites, at least in terms of the morning line, look like they have a lot of talent. And here's the rainbow that we talked about. And first and foremost, thanks to everybody
who sent it in.
Sent it in. Well over $1 million of new money on Sunday. I think there we go, 8,500. Wasn't easy.
Oh
that's
my gosh,
for sure.
This was really difficult.
Really difficult. It wasn't difficult for one of our buddies though, because Alfredo. Boom. How about that?
Awesome. 200 almost to get back 8,000. Very, very cool. Yep.
Very good job. And this is actually a screenshot of kind of what he's been doing for us lately. Of course, everybody knows him from Video Ipica, but he's been on our Rainbow feed as well, and he's actually in motion. I think that's so cool when you can hear him talk.
Yeah.
Talking head there, literally. Great job, Alfredo. We like him around here.
Congrats.
He was on the podcast one week, one of the good guys.
Yeah.
So, best bet for you?
Oh, who is my best bet today? Now I don't remember. Oh, David's Rose, yeah.
David's Rose, there you go. Should some kind of value in there, even though a couple of scratches out of there. That's a good one to be sure. I'm out. That's the late one, so adversary's out. No adversary for me. That was that late scratch coming in. How about a long shot for you?
I scratched.
You scratched?
Yeah.
Okay. I got one. It's going to come down with a big scratch in the final, but that's the 7.
Fair,
yeah, it should be fair to be sure. La Gata Salvaje. Maybe we still get the 15. We'll see. It's a reach, no doubt about it. Well, there you go. 9 races for you today to kick off Princess Rooney Day. The sun is out. That's something we have not said here in quite some time.
Yeah.
We'd love to see you out here. Ronnie's coming for a good one, too, in the opener. Maiden special weight going at it. Pete Aiello is upstairs.